Hello chickens, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Angela, here again. We're doing some work in our journal, so if you're following along, that's amazing to have you follow along with me. So I hope you're all well today. It's still a bit gloomy here. It was sunny, but you know, whenever I sit down by the window, it sort of just does this to me. But anyway, I've got my lights on, so I hope that's all right. Okay, so yeah, I've been working on this. I have made a little project in the back here. It's really cute. There it is. Isn't that adorable? And we're going to make one of these in a different color for the other signature. So yeah, this is what it is. And yes, I've used a mailer. I sure have. And I just love using them, so I'm not going to apologize. Right, so let's have a look. So I've used this here. It's got a few sort of flips and flaps. Not sure what I'm calling it yet, but I'll have a think. And it's very pretty. I've used one of the main pages of my journal pages. Added some flowers, some little die cuts, a fussy cut butterfly from the Ephemera pack. There's just like a little tear of paper I've put behind there. I thought that just looks so lovely, and added a little sentiment. So I've cut out here on the window. I'll show you how to do it all, don't worry. Used one of these pages, which are the double pages, the big ones, because that peeked through perfectly for this window. So that just goes in there like that, and you can just see the book and everything shining through like you were looking through the window. Okay, so that's that. You open this up. We've got a little pocket over here with a bit of lace, a fussy cut and another die cut, and then this beautiful quote from Anne of Green Gables: life is worth living as long as there's a laugh in it. Absolutely love that. So yeah, then over here we've got two little pockets. Use those stamps that I shared with you. I did them in different colors and fussy cut them out, so I've just put those there. Thought they went well there. And then I've got my two little tags that go into these little pockets. So those are from the add-on kit. And then at the top here we've got another pocket with a large card, and again that's the other side of one of these. I used a couple, you'll see, from the large pages. I just cut it to fit there. All right. And then, no, it's not all. You flip that out. You've got, used that freebie page. Just wanted something with visual. So I put that piece there. And then on this side, hopefully you can see, we've got a little belly band here. So I made that with the background pages from that kit and one of the circles, and then I just added these two pieces of ephemera to go in there. So that's what we've got. How cute is that? Now it looks complicated, but I promise you it's not. All right, so you just close that up, you fold that up again, and there we go. How's that? Okay, so that's what we've got for this one. Oh, I stenciled with some sage, bundled sage. That's what we've got so far for this one, and it's coming along beautifully. I love it already, so it's really looking great. All right, if you've missed any of the projects and you are following along, even if you're using different paper and you want to make the same projects, please do. I have a playlist for all the projects I've made for this particular journal. The link is in the description box. Alternatively, just go to my YouTube homepage. You'll see videos for the various tabs, and then next to that's playlists. Every project that I make, every journal I make has its own playlist from start to finish, everything that you need to know on how to put that together. All right. And of course, if you're new to my channel, I don't have an Etsy shop anymore. I have my own website. It's www.angelakerrdesigns.com, and everything I show you here is available there, including some of these ultimate bundles, all my kits, digitals and printed. So there you go. All right. So that's the one for this particular signature, and I'm going to just put it to the side and we are going to make one for our other. Now the other one is a lot of blues and greens. So that was lilacs and greens. This is blues and greens. All right, so I grabbed one of my faithful Specsavers envelopes. I love these. And it's an actual one. They're asking me to come for my appointment, but you know, if I ignore them enough, they keep sending these, and then I get a whole lot of them. And I love the pale green at the background there. So thanks, Specsavers. Right. What I did here was, it has got a flap on, and I just carefully open it with my bone folder. It's not great. You can see a bit through there, but it doesn't matter. It's fine for what we need. All I've done is taken a sliver off the edge there and off the edge there and open it up full like that. All right, now the dimensions of this particular one is, it's 9 inches, I think, by 4.5. 9 by 4.5. All right, it doesn't matter if you don't have the exact same one. You can either trim a larger one down, or use the one that you have. All right, because it's going to be the same, work out the same. Basically, the width of the envelope is half of the length. So that's really what it is. If you don't have a flap and you trim them off that way, on the other one I had trimmed it off and I didn't loosen the flap. I just cut a false flap, so a piece like this, and then an extra ½ inch that way. I just folded it over and stuck it in. All right, so you've got a false flap. All right, so what you need to do is open up your envelope like that. Okay. Then what I did was I turn it this way and fold it over like that. Okay, so that's what you've got. You've got it folded over like that. All right, so directly in half. Okay, just make sure that those folds there match and the natural folds of the envelope match, and then you know you've got it in half, and just flatten it. All right, so that's what we're going to do. And then go to the natural fold of the envelope here, so not on the flap side, the other side, and just fold that over. All right, this will be shorter, slightly shorter, but I am sticking paper on here, which I've made a little bit longer. All right, so that's fine. So we've got something like this now, and your flaps are on the side here. Okay. Right, so what we are going to do is we are going to stick this bit together and this bit together. Okay, and then we're going to use it like this because it's going to fold in there and fold around like that, if that makes sense. All right, so let's get the glue. Here it is. Using my Bailey Arts glue. Okay, so I want to stick the flap together. So we're going to put a bit of glue on here. There we go. And then we don't need this. I'm not making another pocket up here. You could, but I'm not on this occasion. So we'll just put that together like that. Okay, and then stick them over. And there we go. Now we're not sticking this one. This one we are going to put something in. All right. So let's just fold that over this way on its natural fold lines, and then just press that nicely with your bone folder. Yeah. And there we go. Right. We've got our little envelope prepped. We're going to do some covering on that in a minute. The next thing you need is a piece of paper. I'm using my shabby background pages, shabby lace, which are available in my shop as well. This is my latest background kits. I love it, and it works well with this kit, so I'm using it. Now what I've done is I've cut a piece that is 9 inches wide, all right, by, I think it's 6 1/4. Yes, by 6 1/4. 9 by 6 1/4. Okay. All right, and then just fold it in half like I've done there. Okay, that's what you want to do there. Now while we've got it in this shape, I just want to get some glue on the bottom. We've got the side fold there and on this side so that I can make another pocket. There we go. Match those corners nicely like that. All right, how are you all doing today? It was a big day for America yesterday. I hope that you're all well and things are going to improve for everyone, whatever that means. Yeah, I was thinking about everybody yesterday. Although obviously I don't live in the US, I live in the UK. The whole world is affected by America. So, you know, we want the best for you. We all do. Right, moving on. I've got my opening at the top there, all right, and I've got, that's going to be our pocket. And now what I want to do is I want to make the two little pockets that go on the side. So what I've done is I've taken the mini pocket template. This is from my Templates 2 kit, all right, and I use all my templates, make my life easy. Now you can use your own, do whatever you want, but this is what I'm using. I'll give you the dimension of the pocket when it's folded up so that you can see what size that is. Okay, so I've cut two of these out. You just place it on your paper, draw around it and cut it out. And there we go. So I've used this background paper. This is with the from the Anne journal and background pages. All right, so what I do here is I put them together. I've got both of them here, and then you just want to take your ruler and join from that point there. And it's easy when you've got stripes because you can see where to go, and then you just want to, I'm just scoring there so that it's easy to fold. All right, and yeah, I'm using paper that ran out of ink. I use it. And there we go. Right, so you just want to get your ink on the top flap because one is slightly longer than the other, and then you want to get ink on the bottom flap like that. Okay, so there, that's how easy it is to do. So this finished is 7 centimeters by 9. Okay, you want 2 of those. So again, so simple. Right, so again I just put the glue on the longest flap. So yeah, templates are great, especially if you don't have a die cut machine. I know that there used to be a die that you could make little pockets with. I don't know if it's still available. I don't have it, but you know, with templates you can cut these bigger, you can print them out larger, smaller, whatever you want, and put your finished measurements on them, and this way you've got, it's easy. Right, so we want to get those onto this here. Remember, your opening needs to be at the top there, which it is. I don't want to notch it, but I suppose we could notch it. There we go. And then we can just there we go. We've got that there, and then we're going to stick these down. Now you could notch these as well if you wanted to. So I want to get these pretty central. So I'm just trying to gauge the gaps there are similar. So that needs to go up a little bit, and that needs to go down like that. So my way of ensuring that they are where they are is just to use my pencil. So I just draw a pencil line there and there. And the same, this needs to go just a little bit over. There, there, and there, and that way when it's got glue on it you don't go wrong. So let's get our glue on the back here. All my orders on the Monday morning, which I never normally go on a Monday. They're only open for 1 hour from 8 to 9 in the morning. Can you believe it? And the problem with that is not the 8 to 9 is that when I have to label my stuff for the post office, you can only do it on the day you're using the post office. So that means I've got to get up really early to label my parcels, especially if there's quite a few, and then it's sorting them into countries and different formats like parcel, letter, and all sorts of weights and things. It's a whole mission. Maybe one day I need to do a video on how I do all of that. You'd be quite surprised what's involved. Right, but it's done, and I got it out a day early, so I'm really proud of myself. Right, we've got our little pockets there now. Look, 2 pockets there, 1 pocket there. 3 pockets up already. Right, in my little tray of tricks here, I have got 2 more of these that I've used those little stamps with. Have I got the stamps? Yes, I do. These are the stamps, Stamps Anonymous. It's Illustrated Garden, CMS 295. So I've used these. Right. So I've got a lighter. This is the dark egg blue, and this is the darker one. And I thought I'd just stick those on there. I quite like that. It just sort of breaks all the plainness of the patterns. So I'm going to stick them on there. I quite liked how it looked. It was an afterthought, but I liked it. I mean, you could put lace on here as well, but because the other bit's covering most of this, I thought, no, I won't do that. I'll put lace on the top bit, which I did. Right, so let's get this on. So there's the bottom bit done. Okay, so there's that stuck on. I really like that. Taken the big card, which is the same as the standard. This is a mini page, sorry, a mini page. I've just cut them in half, and this is bugging me. And sewn around them, put them onto board. This is actually packaging, old packaging. Put a tab on there and some velvet. So I'm going to put this one in the top there, like that. Right. And then these little tags, oops, these ones here with a nice linen ribbon. I've still got some of these bundles in my shop if you're interested, the Anne bundles. So these are going to fit nicely in here. So there's the one, and here's the other. All right, so we've got the base piece done already. There we go. Now we're going to get on with this piece over here. So what I did was I took this page from my large journal pages. This is the area where you've got the big library and the nice skylight there. All right, it's the large page, not the mini page. And I've cut out the top corner to fit my envelope like that. All right, so I just cut that square off. Then what I did was I took that little window. It's made from packaging. This is chocolate cupcakes, and they are just to die for, though I haven't had any this year. I'm trying to behave myself. And I've just cut out a piece that is the size, which is slightly smaller than my window, but a piece that I was happy with. All right, this piece measures, I'll give you an idea, it's 2 3/4 inches more or less, and yeah, 2 7/8 of an inch that way. All right, so that's really what it is. In centimeters, you're looking at 7.4 by 4.8. Okay, so that's it. And what I did was, when this was on here, I then placed this on the top, making sure that my window was underneath. I used my pencil to sort of draw the lines of where the window was, and then I just drew around this with pencil. All right, and then using my craft knife, I then went and cut the lines just below the flower to there, to there, and to there. All right, with my knife. You can do that with your scissors. And then I took my fussy cut scissors and I cut around these flowers here. I didn't want to waste your time, so I've done most of it. And then that will just meet up with where I've drawn that line and hopefully come off. There we go. All right, so that's that piece out there. That's going to stick onto our window. All right, so that's what we want. We want that over there like that, so we can get that stuck down. So yeah, okay, so go to the bottom first, then to the top, then to the corner like that. Right, so and then you can just take your dauber and colour in any part of the white envelope that you see. Right, now what I did was, and you do not have to do this, is I went and I stitched around the 3 sides there, okay, on the other one. I don't think I'm going to do it with this one. It's not a must, but I just liked doing it. But yeah, you can do it. It just gives it a, if you have a look at this one, you see it just gives it like a nice finish, but it's not a must. Okay, you don't sew across the top, obviously, guys. Okay, so there we go. There's that. And that's the front. And then really quickly, I took 3 die cuts. So I've got a nice sage green one, a blue one, and a darker green. All right, so these are just, this is from my very first wildflowers, greenery and things. And I'm just going to arrange that. And move it over a little bit, yeah, and I'm going to stick that down, so let me do that quickly. All right, so I've stuck those 3 down there, and then I've just got this little fussy cut butterfly from my kit, and I want to just put it over here, mindful of the edge there, so we'll stick that down. And then I have got these flowers which I'm going to put on at the end. So I've got a nice 2-tone turquoise one. I'm not sure which one I want to put on. If I wanted it lighter, or actually I think I prefer the darker. Yeah, I think I prefer that one, so that one can go back. So I'm going to get this one ready here and put it on at the end while I cover the other stuff up. So some glue on the base. And then we'll just get the little, that one on, and then put the small one in the middle. While we're waiting, we just take a little clip and clip it like that, and that'll dry nicely. Okay, and that goes on there. I tore a little bit of this off like I did with the other one. I want to just put that over there like that, a little strip, like a bit of like faux washi really. I'm going to put that there, and I want to put this lace on, and I'm going to put it underneath. So let's stick that on while I'm at it. I'll come back to that. I just want to enjoy the little things. We're going to put that on there. There we go. That's perfect, isn't it? Right, with the lace, I should have put it on the front, but I always forget the lace. And then afterwards, I think, oh, forgotten the lace. Right, there we go. So I can put it on the other side, so we'll do that. Let's get the glue again. Now, before I put paper on here, I just want to go like this over that little fold line, because you will see that coming through. So just go like this over those fold lines. Okay, unless you don't mind the white. Now I've got paper to go over here and paper to go over here. So on this side, I've gone with this shabby paper, which is such a beautiful match to this. And you can see I've made it slightly longer so that this measures just over 4 inches. All right, so it's slightly narrower, like 1/4 of an inch narrower than the front bit. Okay, and we want to get that stuck on over there like that. That's a bit too short, but that's fine because I'm making a pocket there. So just be mindful that you don't want to go, well, it doesn't matter. We'll stick this on, and then we'll stick the other bit on as well. Not right up to the edge because it'll hamper your folding. There we go. Before I do that, I want to take the other bit. So the bit I'm going to stick on the back here is the other side of the bit that I have used over here. So you've got this like this and that like that, and then the library books in the middle. All right, same piece. So we are going to oh, that bit goes over here actually, Angela. All right, and then on this side we have got this lacy paper, which is like a slight teal color. It goes nicely with this, and it's going to match up on the other side here. Right, so I think the way to tackle this now is to start over here like that, and then hopefully you've got it right. Okie dokes. Right, that one I'm leaving as it is because I just love that image of Anne, and that's perfect. And then what I've got is I've taken a little bit of this. This is 1.5 inches wide, and the length of that, I've cut it 3 inches and folded it in half. All right, so you've got 1.5 inches when it's finished. And then I've just taken one of the circles from the add-on kit, and I'm going to stick that on there. So this is the way I do that. I think you've seen me do this many times. That's just so I know where to put the glue and where not to. Right, so we want to keep the glue in the middle. Get it more or less. Oops, Angela. All right, and then you can just see if you want to move it a little bit down or not. Right, so there we go. So I don't have any glue that's going to stick to this. There we go. And then I want to just get a little bit of glue there and a little bit of glue there. And then we can just stick that down. All right. Okay, so there's that side done. And then all we need to do is I've taken that same paper, and that is 1 3/4 inches. All right, I folded it over a bit just to reinforce this edge, stuck a bit of lace, wrapped it round, yeah, and stuck on the bird's nest, and I'm going to stick it over here. How cool is that? Okay, so we've got our pocket there. We've got our front there, our flap, and our belly band and goodies over there. Perfect. All right, so I thought I'd stick this little one just over here. No, you could put it over there, but I want it over here. Right, so we've got this one. These are all fussy cuts from my ephemera pack. There, perfect. just brings out a pop of green, doesn't it? Okay, so we're looking good to go here now. Let's get our base piece. We want to stick it on over there, but I would suggest that you fold it all up first and give it a squish before we put the flower on, right? So just get it to mold in place where you want it, and across the bottom as well, and the side there. That's going to make it lie nice and flat. Okay, and then we want to get that sort of centralized like that. Yeah. Okay, don't push it right up against it because it won't lie flat. It'll want to lift itself up a bit. Turn it over, and I'm just going to straighten it. See, it's not exactly, it's going to find its own place, and I'm going to right. So while that is doing its thing, we can just take our little flower. Let's just move this out the way and clip it there. Okay, so we've got our flower now, which is all ready and set. And then all we want to do is put that on, and it's on its spot. And I think I'll have it a little bit of an angle. So we'll get that stuck down, and then we're pretty much done. Little bit of an angle. Don't want to cover the words, so it'll be there. And again, I think one of these bigger clips are really handy for this. Okay, so while that is just doing a little bit of a setting job, I'll show you what I have grabbed to put in here. So I'm going to use this one, Dear Old World, you are lovely and I'm glad to be alive in you. Don't you love her quotes? Then this piece, these are all from my ephemera bundle, and this piece, and then this one is from one of my mini pages. It's a bit of a strange cut, but I needed to position it so that this would come through the window here. So that's why it's like that. I've just added a tab and put it onto card. All right. So those are going to go in here. Also, let's move that out the way. I've got the spot here in the journal. So we're in this journal, this signature, sorry. And toward the back where we've got some of this and an altered page. I thought this was a good spot. And I want to grab my bundled sage. So we're going to have a bit of green, and got my little brush. And we will just take a stencil. So I'll just grab this one. And I just want to put in right, so I think we are good to go. I'm going to just take out this page ever so quickly, turn that around. Right, and we've got our other piece on the other side there. Right, it's time to do our thing. It's pretty nice and flat, I must say. So that's where we want this one to go. Now, it doesn't matter if these peek over a little bit. I'd rather do that than put too much at the right over at the spine side. So I'm just going to take my fabric tack, which is needing a bit of a wipe really, because it sets pretty quickly, and get that onto the base. And should have drawn my spot, but it's okay. I'm just going to eyeball it. Right, and then you want to just hold that down while you put the glue on, lid on. There we go. Okay, now can just open that quickly and give it a press. Give it a press. Yeah. How lovely is that? So while I'm holding that there and everything else, this little one is going to go in here. All right. If you open this again, then you have got this little one that's going to go in here. Play ball. There, it's listening. And then this little image of Anne, I thought I'd just put that over here. Right, and then you close that up. We're closing it again. And then this one here will go into the top. I think I might have to just open it like this for a minute, just to get into the right spot. There we go. All right, so there we go. That's, let me hold that up so you can see. You can just see the house peeking through there. Okay, so we can close that up. There we go. And there's the one from the blue one. I really like that. I do. Blue has grown on me this year. That's the wording I'm looking for. Little bunny ears there. Isn't that pretty? So there's the blue one. And then here's the lilac one. Aren't those gorgeous? Yeah. Right. There's your work cut out for you for the week. Go and have some fun with that. Go and look for those mailers and make this beautiful page, well, pages for your 2 signatures. Right, everyone, go and have fun. Enjoy the cold weather. It's perfect for crafting. Get so much done. I'm going to see you again on Friday for another video. Have a good week and stay well. Bye-bye.